In this video, we're going to be covering the 3 essential keys to conversion, what they are, and how to maximize them to get the best results possible. As a high-level overview, the 3 keys are 1. Speed to lead, 2. Your scripts, and 3. Your follow-up process. So how fast you're following up, what you're saying to them, and how you're getting it to them. So first, speed to lead. Now I understand that it would be extremely unlikely that you're able to call every single lead that comes in immediately. That's why we have the campaigns inside of the CRM that are instantly sent out to every lead to take care of this for you. But you really need to pay attention to the speed to lead principle when they respond to you. At that point, that's a good lead. You know they're interested, and if you're following up within 5 minutes, as you should be, they will still literally have their phone in their hands. You will capture them while they're a hot lead, while they're there, and before they forget about it 5 minutes later. After too long, they'll simply disengage and your chances of conversion drastically go down. So in order to convert more leads, you want to be responsive ASAP, not only to your responses, but also to people booking appointments, responding to you, etc. So following up with leads quickly also reduces your workload and just gets it out of the way. So instead of having to chase them down whenever they're available at some other time, you can qualify them instantly when they're there to see if they're a good fit. That's one less person you'll have to call even more times later. And the next tenet of speed to lead is the competitive advantage it gives you. If you can actually show you care about your prospects that much, show that you want their business, you're going to stand out above a horde of other lazy businesses who just never call their leads at all. And it's true, most people do not call their leads quickly, or they don't call them as often as they should. So gain that free competitive advantage you get by being responsive to your leads, not only by using the drips that we give you that head start, but also by adding that personal touch and following up with them yourself over time. Lastly, apply speed to lead to all aspects of your follow-ups. Answer not only your initial conversations, but your responses and replies quickly. And from the beginning of the end to the conversation, it always helps immensely for a prospect to know they're appreciated. Confirming appointments quickly is a crucial point as well, to increase your show-up rate and just make a personal connection with someone before the appointment is actually conducted. So you want to be doing that quickly. As soon as you see an appointment is scheduled, reaching out to that person and just doing maybe a guilty confirmation or touching base with them before the appointment. The next key is your scripts, so what you say to them. Not only will we be providing you with proven scripts for follow-up, but I'll show you how to work with them in these training videos. Like I said in the last video, the script should be your GPS. Do not deviate from the path or you will deviate from your destination of an appointment. These scripts are proven to turn more leads into clients, so trust the process they take you through to earn more business. And practice with them. If you're that bad, then practice with them in the mirror or with someone close to you, or just read them to yourself to memorize them and get familiar with them. But obviously the only way to gain real experience is to use them on real leads that come in. Eventually, they will become second nature that way. If you mess up at first, if someone comes in and punches you around and you deviate from your process, it's not a huge deal. There are plenty of more leads available out there on social media. And you might be thinking, why are you making the script such a big deal? These are leads and they're interested, so I'm just going to talk to them. But the reality is, internet leads are very different from referrals. They're even different from people who Googled you or called your phone number. These scripts are designed for cold internet leads specifically, and they require a specific process. So follow the proven scripts that will lead you to the destination. The last key to conversion is your follow-up process. The process begins with the CRM and drip campaigns, which are crucial elements of success. You need to be setting it up for all of your leads. It'll filter out tire kickers, people who put in fake information, and the worst of the worst leads. What you'll be left with are people who actually are responsive to you. And get familiar and play around with the software. We set up a lot for you, but you want to be using pipelines and triggers on your own to stay organized, remind you of activities, and automate any tasks. The system isn't set it and forget it completely. At some point, you have to step in when leads respond and continue following up with them afterwards until you reach your intended destination. So it gives you a very big head start. But when someone books an appointment, when someone starts talking to you, you need to personally step in and be there for them. So the speed to lead principle is part of your follow-up process, and so is a dedicated time each day to follow up with other leads you need to touch base with. Block out an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon or evening to work with your leads, for example. A daily routine for this is absolutely necessary. It's not optional. So whatever it looks like for you, it can be different. There just needs to be a daily routine as far as following up with your leads. And then be mindful of your sales cycle for your follow-up process. So for some businesses, it can be as long as a few months, a year or more. In other industries, it can be shorter, maybe a few months max, maybe a few weeks. Don't see the leads aren't working though if you haven't even worked with them for the length of one sales cycle. Lastly, don't be nervous about following up with your leads regularly. At the end of the day, they put their contact info into your form. They raised their hand and said, I'm in the market for this service, so they could benefit from your help even if they don't know it yet. You paid for the leads, they willingly entered their info, so don't feel bad about utilizing them to their full potential. So these were the 3 keys to conversion as a high-level overview. We'll be going into even greater detail on the sales process later on, but hopefully you have a decent understanding of what it takes to convert a lead from this video. So see you guys in the next video.